Have you heard the saying that high blood pressure is the silent killer? Here's why. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, nearly 1 in 2 adults in the U.S. has high blood pressure, but most don't even know it. In fact, high blood pressure has now become an extremely common problem, and it just keeps increasing as you age. What's even more shocking is that people over 60 are the most affected, and yet studies show that lifestyle changes alone can lower blood pressure just as effectively as medication in many cases. That means you have far more power over your health than you may realize. With its rapid rise, it has become even more important to find natural solutions that can help reduce its side effects. So, if you've been worried about high blood pressure, stay with me until the end of this video, because we're going to break down the daily habits and natural remedies that can lower your blood pressure safely, effectively, and without side effects. But before we get into the remedies, let's just quickly have a look at why high blood pressure matters in seniors. High blood pressure, also called hypertension, happens when the force of blood against your artery walls is too high. Over time, this puts strain on your heart, kidneys, brain, and even your eyesight. Seniors are particularly vulnerable because blood vessels naturally stiffen with age. Here's a shocking fact. Uncontrolled high blood pressure doubles the risk of heart attack and stroke. According to the World Health Organization, hypertension is the leading cause of premature death globally. But don't worry, we have the hopeful side too. Research shows that by making just a few consistent lifestyle changes, many seniors can bring their blood pressure down by 10 to 20 points without medication. Yes, you heard me right. Medication is not always the only solution, and this video is the perfect example of that. Let's take a look at the 10 most effective habits and explore how each one can help in controlling blood pressure in adults. Habit number 1. Reduce salt, the hidden enemy. Let's start with the most obvious culprit, salt. Most seniors know they should cut back on salt, but I'm not talking about locking away the salt jar in your kitchen or skipping that sprinkle on your morning egg. Here's what's shocking. Over 70% of the salt we consume doesn't come from the salt shaker, but from packaged foods like bread, canned soups, and frozen meals. The American Heart Association recommends seniors aim for less than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. That's less than a teaspoon. Switching to fresh foods, seasoning with herbs instead of salt, and reading food labels carefully can make a massive difference. In fact, studies show that reducing sodium intake can drop blood pressure by 5 to 6 millimeters of mercury, which is enough to significantly reduce stroke risk. Habit 2. Load up on potassium. If sodium raises blood pressure, potassium helps bring it back down. I don't think this idea could be explained any more simply than that. Potassium helps relax blood vessel walls and balance out sodium levels in the body. Yet, most seniors don't get enough. But where do you get enough potassium from? The food is right in your fridge. Go for foods like bananas, oranges, spinach, sweet potatoes, and beans, which are rich in potassium. According to Harvard Health, increasing potassium intake can lower blood pressure by 4 to 5 millimeters of mercury on average. That may sound small, but combined with other habits, it adds up to life-changing results. Habit 3. Stay physically active. Here's the truth. Being sedentary is one of the fastest ways to keep blood pressure high. But the good news? You don't need to run marathons. Just 30 minutes of brisk walking, 5 days a week, can lower your blood pressure by 5 to 8 millimeters of mercury. Think of it this way. Every step you take is like medicine for your arteries. Activities like swimming, dancing, cycling, or even gardening can improve heart health. And these activities aren't even boring. If you still feel lazing option for one, always keep in mind that one fun activity can erase the need for medicine. The key is consistency. Make movement part of your daily routine, and your blood pressure will thank you. Trust me, Once it's your daily routine, you don't even feel lazy or dull. Habit number 4, manage stress with relaxation techniques. Stress is often overlooked, but it's a powerful trigger for high blood pressure. When you're stressed, your body releases hormones that tighten blood vessels and make your heart pump harder. Here's the shocking fact. Chronic stress can raise your risk of heart disease as much as smoking or a poor diet. But the solution is surprisingly simple. Practices like deep breathing, meditation, yoga, and even Tai Chi have been shown to lower blood pressure naturally. In one study published in the Journal of Hypertension, seniors who practiced mindfulness meditation daily lowered their systolic blood pressure by an average of 6 millimeters of mercury. That's nearly as effective as some medications. Habit 5. Limit alcohol and caffeine. A glass of wine may feel relaxing, but too much alcohol raises blood pressure over time. The recommendation for seniors is no more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men. Caffeine is another tricky one. Some people are sensitive to it, experiencing temporary spikes in blood pressure after coffee or tea. If you notice your blood pressure rising after caffeine, try switching to decaf or limiting yourself to 1 cup in the morning. Habit 6. Eat a DASH-friendly diet. One of the most scientifically proven diets for lowering blood pressure is the DASH diet, short for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. It emphasizes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and low-fat dairy, while reducing red meat, sweets, and sodium. According to the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, following the DASH diet can lower systolic blood pressure by 8 to 14 millimeters of mercury, which is as much as some prescription medications. Think of meals like grilled salmon with spinach, oatmeal with berries, or lentil soup with whole grain bread. Delicious, filling, and heart-friendly. Habit 7. Maintain a healthy weight. Here's a powerful fact. Losing even 5 to 10 pounds can lower blood pressure significantly. That's because extra weight forces the heart to work harder, increasing pressure on blood vessels. Research published in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that seniors who lost just 5% of their body weight reduced their risk of hypertension by up to 20%. So, weight management isn't about looking better. It's about living longer and healthier. Make it a habit, not a task. It's one of the most effective strategies to meet your goals. As you build a habit of walking or jogging, maintaining a healthy weight becomes much easier and even enjoyable. Habit number 8. Get enough quality sleep. Sleep is often underestimated when it comes to blood pressure. You might also think about what sleep has to do with blood pressure. But do you know, seniors who get fewer than 6 hours of sleep a night are more likely to develop hypertension. That's because poor sleep increases stress hormones, which tighten blood vessels and raise pressure. The Sleep Foundation recommends sticking to a consistent sleep schedule, keeping your room dark and cool, and limiting screen time before bed. Of course, you can read before bed if you'd like, but try to cut down on screen time, especially 2 hours before sleep. Even short daytime naps can support better heart health. Habit 9. Quit smoking even after 60. Some seniors think, "I've smoked for decades. Quitting now won't matter." But the opposite is true. According to the American Lung Association, quitting smoking immediately improves circulation, and within 1 year, your risk of heart disease drops by 50%. Nicotine causes temporary spikes in blood pressure every time you smoke, and over time, it damages blood vessel walls. Quitting, no matter your age, lowers blood pressure and dramatically improves overall health. Habit number 10. Monitor your blood pressure regularly. Finally, don't leave your health to guesswork. High blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason. You can feel fine while damage is happening inside your body. Get a home blood pressure monitor and track your readings daily or weekly. Share them with your doctor. According to research in the American Journal of Hypertension, seniors who monitored their blood pressure at home lowered their levels more effectively than those who relied only on doctor visits. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it's life-saving. High blood pressure doesn't have to control your life. With simple daily habits, like reducing salt, eating potassium-rich foods, staying active, managing stress, and sleeping better, you can take control of your heart health naturally. Remember, every small step adds up. Even a 5-point drop in blood pressure can lower your risk of stroke by 14%. That's the power of lifestyle changes. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, share it with someone who needs this, and don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed health tips. And let us know in the comments, which of these habits are you ready to try today?